Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. It's Mr. Shakespeare with you again on the 28th of March, 2020. Today with Liz Cross, psychic medium and remote viewer. How are we doing today, Liz?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, something came up in a post on Discord that's made me think about this, so I answered, and I want to just expand it out a little bit more. So we are about to go into the age of Aquarius next year. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're currently in the age of Pisces, and we're about to go into the age of Aquarius. So I'm not really worried about the age of Pisces. I'm concerned more about the future in the age of Aquarius. So can you grab the age of the Aquarius? Sorry, age of Aquarius as an entity, please.
Ooh, okay. The Age of Aquarius as an entity. Okay. Got it. What would you like to do?
So these ages go for 2,160 years. They're not short-term things, yeah? So I don't know how to ask this. What are the plans? Okay, we'll ask this as a future event, but without going in the future for now. What will the plans be rolling out under the age of Aquarius for the world, you know?
It's a higher level of consciousness, a greater understanding.
Will there be more, say, communication?
Will there be more communication? No.
Oh.
Less communication overall.
Well, yeah, I mean, compared to, say, the age of Pisces, which is what we've been in for the last 2,000 odd years, I thought that maybe the age of Aquarius might be more free with information, with knowledge. Let's put it that way, with knowledge.
Yes, knowledge will be accessible, but we are retreating into ourselves.
Okay. What does that mean exactly?
Oh, here you go. This one's thrown you. What does that mean exactly? It means that we're going to start healing more on a soul level, on an earth plane level, healing the earth, becoming more conscientious and aware of how we're treating each other and how others are treating us. But it also means that we're going to be a bit more isolated. When you are filled with self-love, okay? We had this discussion in the CTT group yesterday. It's almost like a fulfillment of self-love. When you're filled with self-love, you have this self-reliance and you don't need a lot of people, right? Because you love yourself, you can rely upon yourself. And I can understand that if we're going into that sort of era of internal healing, that doesn't surprise me. We then become isolationists. We're spreading apart. We're not going to be as cohesive as we once were. Certainly not on a physical level. On a consciousness level, we will be cohesive, but on a physical and 3D level, no. It's almost like an upgrade to the energy that's being fed back into source.
So will it be seen as a time when humanity will awaken to, say, its true potential and we'll understand better our place in the universe?
Ooh, what does that mean, that humanity? will reach its true potential. It's getting closer and we'll better understand our place in the universe. Yes, so more knowledge will unfold. I feel like during the age of Aquarius, organized religion, you're going to see that just waste away. And we're going to go into a more spiritual existence. Organized religion will no longer be relevant as we get into, really get into the age of Aquarius. Now, how long is it, did you say?
Oh, well, roughly 2160 years. I mean.
Yeah. So as we're getting towards the end of that, organized religion will just be something in the history books, a thing of the past.
Okay. Will we find life on Earth? Will it become more peaceful, more harmonious, or I mean, how will the people notice? I mean,
Yes, people will notice. Will it be? It's not going to be peaceful because, what's going to happen is we're going to understand that we're dropping all these systems that guide us morally on a conscious level, not on a subconscious level, not on a soul level. And we're going to realize how important they are to our existence. I don't feel like it is going to be more peaceful. I feel like there's going to be more upheaval, more trauma, more mass shootings, certainly here, more war, more destruction. But you have to go through these things in order to have an awakening. So it's all about this era of awakening.
okay. Right. All right.
And for those of you that think, well, I won't be here, guess what? You will. You just won't be in the same body that you're in now. You'll be in a totally different body. So you will all most probably be living in the age of Aquarius for many lifetimes to come.
Right. I mean, will there be things like, I mean, people have said that there'll be big changes in government, big world leadership, environmentalism, advancing racial justice and equality, those kind of things. Are we going to see that? That's supposed to be traits under Aquarius, I believe.
Okay, let's list it. What was the first one?
Well, okay. So are there going to be big changes in government and world leadership? Take that as
Yes, over time, yes. There will be in the era of Aquarius, right? A one world government.
right. How far off is that?
How far off is that? Several hundred years.
Okay, that's fine. I won't be around then. Not
Well,
in,
you
not
will.
in, yeah, but not in my current form.
Yeah, you'll have to start over and erase all the knowledge that you take in this lifetime and for the next several lifetimes. It's a pretty unfair deal.
Right. What about things like environmentalism and stuff like that, and the advancing equality? Those kind of. Are they going to change?
Advancing equality. No, that will get larger.
Right. Okay.
Because as people become more spiritual, they become more respectful for each individual journey. They will also know that the earth has its own individual journey. Let's ask this question. I've never asked this before. In all the videos that I've done, and I've done hundreds and hundreds of videos. And for those of you that are new, I had another channel with over 200 videos on it that got taken down. That's why you should always subscribe to my backup channel. Does the earth have a soul? No, the earth does not possess a soul.
Right.
That's interesting to me because stars possess a soul. Do planets possess a soul? No, planets do not possess a soul. They all possess a consciousness.
So my understanding of the Piscean Age, which we're coming out of, and it's pretty much what I've seen all my life, is characterized by war, machinery, and the access to information that gives you power, the cult, the age defining, and the cult of me. you know, nature from, from each other and people from nature, And so money and power and control have been the core values for many, many people for many, many years. That's the sort of Piscean age. The age of Aquarius for me makes, and let's find out if this is true. There's a big thirst for change, and there's a shift in the consciousness of humanity as we move, if you like, from me to we. There'll be new paradigms, maybe. Will there be? No, let's ask this. I believe there will, but let's ask. Will there be new paradigms of how people can live together in peace and equality?
Will there be new paradigms how people can live together in peace and equality? No, we're going to live separately.
Really?
Consciously, we'll have more respect for each individual journey, but physically, we're going to live separately. The idea of me will become more profound, and it will be expanded. So we're moving into a more selfish type of era, even though we have more respect for others as in their individual journey. Our main focus will be working on our own journey and those journeys of our families. But other than that, those outside, eventually the consciousness will be, well, that's their tragedy, that's their journey. And that's something that they have to contend with. Whereas at the moment, we're looking at tragic circumstances and we're witnessing them and we're taking them on board. And we sort of take it as our own lesson. We're going to move away from this collective life lesson to an individual life lesson. Right. Unless, of course, there's like war, natural disasters. Those things serve as reminders as, a collective, physical collective. But, for the most part, it's going to be a consciousness collective only, and not so much, the physical collective, which is, I help my neighbor helps me. I care about this. No, we're moving into a more isolationist era. Now, as sad as this is, it's not going to happen for a while. You're talking about the next 2,160 years.
Right. One of the things that it's said about the Aquarian age as opposed to the Piscean age is it's a period of transparency.
Sorry, you cut out. It's a period of what?
Transparency.
Oh, is it a period of transparency? Yes, because that's due to the okay. Transparency for whom? Because the transparency is going to be one-sided, not double-sided.
Well, in the Piscean age, as we know, and there's so many examples, like every day, you have access to information that gives you power. And because information wasn't readily or easily available, you had the possibility to hide your actions and cloak your behavior. It was always easier to get away with things. I mean, you've only got to look at all the corruption scandals everywhere, all the politicians. I mean, all of this, they're hiding what. My understanding of the Aquarian age is that those kind of things won't be able to happen. I'm not saying they'll be eradicated. I'm not saying it's going to happen on day one, but you will not be able to have those kind of secrets, which essentially is what they are in the age of Aquarius. So that's what I meant.
The secret, that's a good point, but the secrets are going to be not government, but the individual.
Okay.
So the transparency is going to be on the individual, as in they're monitoring, they're watching, they're knowing, as far as us knowing exactly what's going on in the government, no, because that when you are being heavily monitored, when you are being heavily watched, whether it's or heavily tracked through technology, they have more power. Okay. The power is in the confusion and the secrecy. What do you mean by that, Liz? Well, think about the amount of power that source in the spirit world have over us. We come down here, our conscious mind, which is in the brain, is completely wiped. We start out with, a fresh slate. And what often stops us or blocks us in life is the confusion, right? Gosh, I don't really understand this situation. And what do we do when we're going through something? Well, it's unfolding. It's unfolding gradually. Relationships, we're looking at the red flags. We don't understand them. They're unfolding. The job situation, whatever it is, it unfolds slowly. And in hindsight, hopefully you will have an understanding. So the confusion keeps us trapped. The confusion keeps us enslaved. So where you're asking about the transparency, what the age of Aquarius is giving back is the fact that it will be a one-sided transparency. Well, when it's a one-sided transparency, what happens? The government has more power.
Right.
Not good.
Not good. No.
And again, this is another drop in the bucket of what we're uncovering with all these probes. I'm not trying to scare people. Somebody put on a YouTube comment about the cashless society. Oh no, we probed it and we got that, the people will revolt. They'll revolt and rise up against it. Guys, no, it's not going to happen. They're not going to revolt. They're not. Yes, some people may revolt, somewhere in the corner, and they may cling onto their cash, right? But good luck with that. If nobody can accept it, if it's meaningless, if it's worthless, good luck. Good luck with that. You cannot. It won't be sold to us in that way. It won't be sold, and then the power is gone. All of this tracking and it's not good. It's not good.
Right. No. Let's ask this question. Do cryptocurrencies fare well in the age of Aquarius?
What's the price of Bitcoin?
I didn't ask that. No, I don't know. I just want to general. Well, it is the age of Aquarius benefit. Is it benefic for cryptos?
Oh my God, you're so funny. What about cryptos? Eventually, cryptos move into a new technology. They fall off the radar. Is it beneficial in the age of Aquarius? No, because eventually they will all be regulated. Once they become regulated, there'll be a few that circumvent the regulation. But yeah, it's going to be regulated.
Okay. All right.
Interesting, though. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good probe. And the age of Aquarius definitely has a consciousness. Have we started the age of Aquarius yet? No, we're just beginning. So it's kind of, we're moving into this shift.
Yeah, I think it starts next year, 2024.
Does it start next year? Well,
yeah, I mean, it's not exact. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's a shift, right? It's more of a shift as opposed to, starting at the starting line and somebody firing the gun. Okay, now it's the age of Aquarius. Bang, go. It's a gradual transition. So the age of Aquarius will not be in full swing for probably about 300 to 400 years.
Right. Which, is 10 to 15% in. So, yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, yeah. So it's a transition. That's one
Right.
thing the universe does most of the time. Now, the universe, yes, individually will slap you down. It'll give you a tragic, disastrous circumstance, and your life will never be the same again. But as a collective, especially when you're talking about consciousness, it's usually like a slow transition. You know,
Right.
they know what our brains can handle, and our brains would not be able to handle this massive shift at once. It's it's a generational thing, many generations. It's getting used to it, forgetting how people used to live, and this is the way we live now, and we don't know any better, so we're going to live this way and not that way. That way seems really alien and old to us, and so it's a shift, it's a transition, but interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's good.
That was a good probe, Mr. Shakespeare. Thank you very much.